Well, it's called the Sunflower Showdown. It is the 122nd meeting between KU and Kansas State. Wildcats have been dominant as of late. The last win by Kansas, the Jayhawks, it was Mark Mangino in 2008. K-State's won 15 in a row since. Last season, it was a nail-biter. Lance Leipold told us this week they let one slip away, blowing a double-digit advantage in the second half. 31-27 was the final. Let's see what happens just 1 year later. KU and Kansas State, you would think it's a rivalry. There's a lot of hatred, but Taylor Davis, there's also a lot of respect between these programs.
Yeah, make no mistake about it. This is a heated year-round rivalry. This environment will tell you that. But as for these head coaches, nothing but respect. Coach Kleiman and Coach Leipold got here in similar ways, climbing the ranks through D3 and FCS football. And both of them greeted midfield before the game. They said they speak weekly. Obviously, both looking for a win in this rivalry game, but a lot of respect. The animosity stays up in the stands, guys.
KU needs 7. Daniels flushed to the edge. And right at the line to gain as he steps out of bounds. That'll move the chains. Savion Morrison remains on the field at running back. Grimm will move in motion. Daniels keeps it, option in the boundary again, and Daniels effective on the ground early. The handoff to the edge and a first down and a lot more. There goes Morrison into the red zone. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Kansas. He'll fake it to Giddens, a pump fake for Johnson, and he wants it all. Man-to-man coverage. And Keegan Johnson was blanketed by Kobe Bryant. This is it. He's never beaten Kansas State. The time is now. Straight ahead goes Neal in a full head of steam. Slammed down to the 36, and here comes a penalty marker.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 10.
Chris Kleiman told us this is the best 2-5 team in America. We know it. Daniels gonna heave one deep. Get him in! Incomplete. Quentin Skinner. Sam, you gotta make that play in a rivalry game.
That was a perfect pass, a little handoff by Jalen Daniels, and Quentin Skinner he simply drops it. And now you might say, okay, this just happens, but there have been a couple drops this season, plays that Quentin Skinner, he can definitely make, but the focus hasn't been there. There have been drops.
Third down for Daniels. He'll check it down to Neal. Into Kansas State territory. Stopped at the 45. Seen a lot of 13 personnel out of Kansas State the last couple of weeks. 3 tight ends on the field in that jumbo set. Giddens out of the backfield. The soft hands on display. Acho, he can run it, he can catch it. He's put up huge numbers. He'll push the pile. The offensive coordinator at Texas A&M. Johnson will keep it, and along the far side, a first down.
First quarter, but we got a long way to go and need to tackle a little better here in the second quarter.
Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Look at the burst by Edwards, and a first down run into KU territory.
But as the game goes on.
On the jet sweep, Edwards searching for the line to gain, and he got there.
But that's why it's important for a score to happen here.
11th play of the possession coming up. Play action. Johnson across the middle. It's caught again. Keegan Johnson.
To make people miss. Great job so far by the Jayhawks.
His ability with the jump cut has been outstanding. Johnson buys some time. There's the tight end again, rumbling towards the end zone, and the touchdown for Ancio. From 24 yards out. And stepping out at the 1, you cannot do that. KU will take over at the 1-yard line. Jameel Croft Jr. Well, it's another costly mistake for the Jayhawks.
And a horrible decision. There's really no way around it. For K-State, as you can see, they're getting the crowd into it. This is where K-State needs to get the crowd involved. You're backed up. You're in what we call the black zone. It should be loud and raucous down there.
Neal, the running back, tackled near his own goal line and driven backwards. And a safety for K-State. And the Wildcats have their first lead.
Rolling on the field is a safety.
Ilalio met him right behind the goal line. Forward progress was stopped in the KU end zone. Give him 2.
The hometown kid, Damian Ilalio, gets in the backfield and keeps Devin Neal from getting out of the end zone. The ball has to completely cross the plane for it not to be a safety. Ilalio, great hands, doesn't get pushed at all.
Tough play for Jackson. It's 3rd and 7. Giddens, the running back. Johnson to the perimeter. Avery Johnson with a first down, a little bit more. The stadium doesn't really want the spotlight, but he commands it even against his will. Dante Cephas with a grab and another first down. DJ Giddens motions out as a wide receiver in an empty backfield. Johnson won't run it here, delivers a laser beam that's caught. Jace Brown, it'll be 1st and goal.
Trusting Avery Johnson, trusting the process.
Swanson and Giddens in the backfield. Johnson, a little jump pass, wide open for the touchdown. Garrett Oakley. 3rd touchdown of the season. Connor Riley playing chess, everybody else playing checkers with these tight ends in 2024. It is a sight to behold.
I don't know if these are rooks, are they bishops? They're definitely not pawns, they may be queens. But these tight ends, Roy, are special. Why? Yes, Avery Johnson trusts them. They can do it all. Will Ancio, Garrett Oakley, Will Swanson. They can block, they can run, and they can receive.
Acho, you want to play tight end, come to Kansas State. They're going to find a way to get you in the end zone. Philpott, Sam Acho, Taylor Davis. An important possession for the Jayhawks. And for the safety, their previous time on the field, the comeback on the back shoulder was there. Trevor Wilson. They're close to it to go for it on 4th. Let's see. Wildcats show pressure. Here they come. Time for Daniels. Has a man. It's Graham reaching for the front pylon. And he got there. Really bad minutes for the Wildcats in that one. Since then, Avery Johnson's been sensational on the slant. There goes Jace Brown. A first down ushered out at the 46, Taylor. KC, we cannot wait. Those 6 turnovers, 3 came in the first half back in Manhattan on 3rd down. Johnson's pass incomplete. Both teams with exactly 202 total yards. And just a safety separating these rivals. Daniels to Grimm.
Now to hurry up and run a play.
3rd and short. Daniels has the first, a little bit more. Dragged down at the 34. Touchdowns without an interception last week. No pick so far for Daniels. Again, wants it all. Double coverage until now, and it's picked off. Siegel has it. Back-to-back games with big plays for number 21. Still on his feet, Marquise Siegel. Dropped down at midfield.
Beginning of the second half, so these points matter.
3 KU defenders standing at the goal line. Johnson wants to heave one deep, and he does. At the 3, it's going to be caught, and a penalty marker comes in. Let's see what happens here.
The offensive PI by Jace Brown.
Pass interference. Offense number 1. That penalty is declined. That is the end of the first half.
8 days between home games for the Wildcats. DJ Giddens around the left side, weaving his way through traffic, still on the move, racing into Kansas territory. The stutter step, he'll stay in bounds. And DJ Giddens working his magic. 54-yard gain.
The junior from Junction City, Kansas, finds space. What's more impressive about this is he wasn't touched until he was about 45 yards down the field.
Not only Connor Riley, but co-offensive coordinator Matt Wells that have assisted in his development. He'll keep it here. On the move, Johnson across the goal line for the touchdown. Kansas State extends its lead. And we just mentioned Braden Lofton, key block to Spring Johnson. And from 10 yards out, 22-14. Four-man front for the Wildcats. Joe Planter in the DC. Daniels drifts back. And Neal is wide open into KSU territory.
For Kansas.
Already in field goal range on 3rd and long. Tabor Allen 6 of 7 this year. The field goal department. Devin Neal wants the end zone. Devin Neal, did he get there? He did. Jalen Daniels and Devin Neal. And off the left upright. Second miss of the season for Tabor Allen. Jackson in motion on 3rd down. Johnson steps ahead. Avery Johnson's got to go. Did he get there? Right at the line to gain. Last week, road win at WVU. 65 tonight at home against Kansas. There goes Edwards. Dylan Edwards in the open field. And tripped up just shy of the red zone by O.J. Burrows. I think that's getting the job done. 6.5 to go. Johnson kept it. He fooled everybody. Lost the football. And who jumped on it? Boy, it squirted out at the last minute, and I don't know. Jayhawks think they have it. Kobe Bryant indicating they do. Let's wait on the official word. And they do. A costly mistake by Avery Johnson. Roll the pocket out for Daniels and into the turf, incomplete. Giddens remains on the field. Is it his time to start to take this game over? Motion him out. The slant pattern was tipped and incomplete.
And after all these trades, these motions, once we get lined up, it's you versus that guy, man. Take him to a deep place and drown his ass, man. Let's go. Let's go. Dogs on 3, 1, 2, 3.
And right as Mott talks to his defense, Luke Grimm comes up. Absolute gold again with a deep ball. 42 yards on that pitch and catch.
Well, Brett Mott said take him to a deep place. I think Luke Grimm was listening. He said, okay, you want the deep ball, I'll take it.
Re-grabbed the advantage right before the beginning of the 4th. Daniels takes off. The stutter step. Another move across the goal line for the touchdown.
Stick with Dylan Edwards, but a play has to be made by your quarterback.
Sam, those numbers almost identical between the two signal callers. Keegan Johnson on the quick spin. Johnson into Kansas territory. Starting to find itself a little bit in this second half. Both teams producing big plays. Johnson will keep it again. Look out, Avery Johnson. Shoved out near the 30.
Against a really good offense, so that's the challenge right now.
Your ground game has been efficient, both Avery as well as your running backs. Do you want to see more of that to close it?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got to stay balanced because they're blitzing us. We got to be able to throw the football, but it's a good start to the drive.
Thanks for the time.
You bet, thanks.
Now, Coach, it's a good start and perhaps an even better finish. Dylan Edwards racing on the swing pass for 19.
They're finding him in space often. This is a 2 running back set. We call it 20 personnel.
Transfer from Colorado, you mentioned it, Sam, coming back home. Avery Johnson going to be flush. throws it to the end zone's got a man, but it's incomplete. 3rd and 8. Here's Johnson, end zone, incomplete. Will Ancio falling backwards, unable to haul it in. 10 of 12 on the season, and Tennant hammers it through. And you think about this rivalry, it goes across multiple sports in all walks of life. Even in early February, how about the shocking upset? Jerome Tang's K-State Wildcats get it done against top 5 KU. And Taylor, there was a little bit of chatter after that contest, was there not?
All good rivalries have the chatter, Roy. Yeah, Kobe Bryant putting out a tweet back in February saying, don't worry, guys, we'll get him in football. Avery Johnson quote tweeted with the laughing, crying emojis. Just good old fun. Asked Kobe Bryant how he describes this rivalry. He said, oh, this one's personal.
It has felt that way tonight inside this stadium. Devin Neal, crafty looking. Daniels all night to survey. Finally unloads down the field and incomplete. And it was swatted away. Lawrence Arnold had no shot with Keenan Garber right in his grill. Quite comfortable in both categories so far this evening. Under 11 to play. On 3rd down, Johnson, the crossing pattern. It's there, but well short of the line to gain. Here comes the pass rush. Backside pressure. Daniels falls down. He got rid of the football. He was clearly still inside the pocket. Desmond Purnell just broke through. And now a conversation with his veteran Big 12 crew.
Not only was he inside the pocket, but that ball did not cross the line of scrimmage. And as we see, a flag is going to come out for intentional grounding.
Doing the same thing at lower levels of college football. Then at Buffalo in the MAC, and now at KU. Pass will be caught in Kansas territory at the 39 by Cephas.
It's so impressive to see.
It's Kansas State that has won 15 in a row in this rivalry. Johnson's going to be sacked. What a play by Marvin Grant. Not been limited on the field tonight. 3rd and 20. Giddens, the inside handoff. And he'll be stopped at the 43 by Brown.
Expect them to keep him in contain.
4th and 12. Kansas State going to roll the dice. Johnson, incomplete. And broken up by Mello Dotson. And with the backfield emptied, you wonder, is this quarterback draw time for Daniels? He wants to throw it. Now will take off. With a path and a tumble, and the ball comes out. Kansas State jumps on top of it. Brendan Mott.
Early on the field is a fumble and recovery by the defense. 1st down, Kansas State.
When you turn on the tape of Brendan Mott, you see high effort, high energy, and no wasted movement. Good things happen when you run to the ball. Brendan Mott is getting to the football. That's effort, that's energy, that's no wasted movement. And that's a forced fumble by Austin Romaine.
The helmet went right on the pigskin. The ball came out. And Brendan Mott enters the chat with his first big play of the night. Kansas State gets it back, trailing by just 1.
They decided to motion the running back in and run it.
221 rushing yards tonight. He'll fake it to Edwards. Johnson straight ahead. The sin in the first. 3rd down and 8. Chris Tennant is long this season. 48 yards. Johnson got rid of it. And the question is, Was that hand coming forward? They will rule the pass incomplete. Marvin Grant, boy, he has lived in that backfield, playing from that safety spot in KU's defense, and Johnson helped up.
Perfectly timed blitz and brilliant call by the DC, but DJ Withers had a chance to intercept this ball. I get it, you're a defensive tackle, you're not known for the hands, but that could have ended the game.
Here is Chris Tennant, a Kansas native. His career long is 51. This attempt from 51 yards and for the lead. Tennant on the way. Chris Tennant connects from distance. Kansas State back in front. Little kicker swagger after an attempt at a connection like that, Sam Acho.
Well, Chris Tennant is a finance major, so he's letting the math do the talking. I don't care how many yards it is. 51-yard, tying his career high. He's 6'5", so he's got length, got a leg, but that's a beautiful kick by Chris Tennant from Shawnee, Kansas. Of the entire season for Kansas, game after game, down by one score in the fourth quarter, do you have the wits to finish?
Daniels again on the comeback, and it is corralled. The reception is there at the 44. Jalen Daniels can barely get the call out. It's so loud. By a little bit of time, down on the turf and incomplete. Jared Casey unable to get his two arms and hands underneath it. And it all comes down to this. Jayhawks need 7. Here comes the pressure. Daniels running away from it, racing to the edge, and he lost the football out of bounds. Kansas State gets the football back. VJ Payne tracked him down. And 15 years of frustration will continue for the Jayhawks.
Just when you thought that Jalen Daniels was going to do it with his legs, VJ Payne shows the extra effort, shows the strain, shows the energy, shows all those off-season workouts, and makes a huge play for his team.
Season of heartbreak continues for KU. And once again at the expense of its nemesis in the Sunflower Showdown. VJ Payne said, not tonight.
I don't know, Roy, if I've seen a play like that happen in that fashion. Quarterback usually escapes and quarterback goes and runs, and VJ Payne doesn't allow it to happen.
Kansas State and its march towards the top of the Big 12. That run continues. Still in line to win the Big 12 championship. Just one loss on the season, now improving to 7-1 and 4-1 in the conference. What a game in Manhattan, and two coaches that have nothing but respect between each other. Shake hands one last time. 29-27 The Sunflower Showdown. Nacho, it lived up to the billing tonight.
Two great teams, two great coaches, competitive spirit, competitive passion, fire.
Avery Johnson, the hero once again. He is with our Taylor Davis.
Thank you, guys. Avery, you finally just flashed a big smile on that one. This rivalry game lived up to the hype. How complete of a performance did your teammates put on for you tonight?
Yeah, we fought till the end, and that's just what we preached all week. We knew it'd be a hard-fought battle out here tonight. I'm just proud of how the guys fought, and ultimately this was the feeling we wanted to have.
You guys talked this week about not just getting better game after game, getting better play after play. How much of a requirement was that against Kansas?
Credit to our defense, man. We weren't as explosive in the second half, I didn't feel like, as we were in the first half. All starts with me. I didn't play as well as I wanted to play. Love you, Coach. But hey, our defense played their butts off in the second half, and ultimately that's why we won this game.
This was your 9th career start, but you told me you wanted to bring a veteran mentality to this rivalry game. What did this team show tonight?
Just so grit, man. Fighting to the end. Man, that's just all our preparation and practice. All the hard workouts in the summer, that's just all coming to fruition. So credit to our coaching staff, credit to the guys for coming out and fighting tonight, and this was a big one. This was a big one for the state of Kansas.
Go enjoy it with your teammates.
Thank you.
Now, some of the big plays made by the sophomore quarterback, Avery Johnson. Had that one misstep on the fumble. Outside of that, near perfection in engineering this comeback. And don't forget about the 51-yard field goal from way downtown. It was hammered home by Chris Tennant. We got all kinds of love for place kickers in this broadcasting booth, and a great job by him and the Kansas State special teams. Well, the Wildcats continue their incredible start in 2024. 16 wins in a row now against arch rival Kansas. And these fans have no intentions of leaving Bill Snyder Family Stadium anytime soon. Sam, what a great game, and an absolute pleasure for us to be here to witness it tonight.
And what an opportunity now as this game comes to an end and Kansas State is thinking their Big 12 championship hopes and playoff hopes are still alive.
Yeah, those percentages we showed you as we started the show tonight have only gone up after this win. And more difficult tests ahead as K-State continues deeper into the regular season. 29-27, the final, 16 in a row in the Sunflower Showdown for KSU. That is our final score. For Sam Acho and Taylor Davis, I'm Roy Philpott. We say good night from Manhattan. Right now, it's the breakdown with Peyton and Belichick.